Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just doing a full day of eating, and I'm going to be starting my day off with some nice cup here of espresso. Need to get my caffeine hit. I choose the Cafe Bustelo. It's relatively inexpensive, good flavor, and I typically make an Americano with it, which is just espresso and water, although today I'll replace the water with more coffee. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this going. All right, we have our espresso packed in here and ready to go. Double shot. Then we're going to go ahead and top off our espresso with some regular brewed coffee. Normally I, like I said, make Americanos, so I make it with water and espresso, but today I need a little bit extra pick-me-up, and it's about 10:45 in the morning. My day is kind of getting a late start. I've been running around doing some errands, so I'm going to start my day, a little coffee, make myself some breakfast, and then we'll go ahead and do some more activities. I'm probably going to go for a couple-mile walk and do a little resistance training, and that'll get the day going. Okay, guys, I'm not going to make this primarily a cooking video. I just wanted to go over a couple ways that I make a few things, specifically my eggs. I like my eggs steam-basted, and so on, to give you guys an idea of how I do that. So what I do is I get my skillet nice and hot. This is this Ninja Never Stick skillet. So far I've been not too thrilled with it. If you don't add any cooking spray to this, it will stick. So to me that's not non-stick. It does clean up really easily. So I guess there's a perk. About the only perk I see, actually. If you don't add something to this, your food will stick. So we have the eggs in there. Excuse my reach. Forgot the seasoning. I normally just throw a little seasoning right over the yolks, like that. And today we're using Gibson's Steakhouse seasoning. I let the bottoms of the eggs cook for just a little bit, start to get a little color to them, and then I throw like a shot of water in here, and then I throw a lid on it to start the steaming process. Like that. Okay guys, after just about 45 seconds, maybe even less, we have eggs that are done to my liking. So the maybe give it a few more seconds here. They're just about there. What you're looking for basically is that the yolk, or not the yolk, but the whites on the top more or less turn white. Like this is a pretty good example. Alright, there we go. So this is how I do all my eggs. I like my yolks runny. And then for the whites, this is 16 ounces of egg white. I just pour it into the pan like that. Cover it, and then I'll wait till it starts to set up and scramble it. The other thing I'm going to be cooking in the skillet is this lemon pepper tilapia. It's 5-ounce portion. I'll see you guys as soon as the meal's ready. Okay guys, so here's what meal one of the day is. I have 2 eggs basted, 16 ounces of egg whites scrambled, a jalapeno, 3 olives. There is exactly 48 grams of sugar-free or no sugar added ketchup from Heinz, which comes out to 30 calories or 3 carbs. And then I have a 5-ounce portion of lemon pepper tilapia, as well as that wonderful cup of espresso and coffee that I made just a few minutes ago. All right, guys, so it's so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. I put this into MyFitnessPal, and what it's telling me is 89 protein, 17 fat, and 5 carbohydrates for this meal. The goal today is to eat 2 meals for the day. Sorry, the food's not even in the picture, but gave you a nice close-up of it just a minute ago. So this is gonna be meal 1. After this meal, I'm gonna help it digest a little bit by going for a nice 2-mile walk. Follow that with some resistance band training, and then I'll see you guys in a little bit to go over my final meal of the day. Okay guys, so I just got done with my 2-mile walk as well as some resistance band training. Go ahead and get my second and final meal ready, and I'll show you what I got here in just a minute. All right guys, for part of this meal prep for my last meal, this is something I wanted to kind of show you guys what I've been doing with shrimp. I don't want to take the time to thaw it, which doesn't take very long, but anyway, I've got a method here that I found that works really well. You can take frozen shrimp, and I take boiling water, sprinkle a little salt in there, and just put the shrimp in there frozen like this. Now basically this takes about 3 minutes. So as soon as the shrimp starts to float, pretty much once they're all floating, they'll be done. So this will start to come back up to a boil, and in just a brief minute or 3, you'll see some shrimp floating. All right guys, so this is just over 3 minutes. I turned the boil down so that you could see them a little better, but once they start floating up to the top, like this guy right here, they're done. Comes out for me perfect every time, and I don't season my shrimp beyond the salt that I put in the water, so for what I'm doing with it, just trying to get a low fat source of protein, this is ideal. Okay guys, so here we have the second and final meal of the day. What we have is 7 ounces of flank steak that's been sous vide for 8 hours at 131 degrees, and then seared in a skillet about 1 minute and 15 seconds per side. The chicken was sous vide for around 2 hours at 140 degrees with no sear. I don't see there being a flavor benefit to searing my chicken breast, and actually I find that it tends to make it dry. You can easily overcook it with the sear, so I prefer it like that, especially cold. I have 6 grams of garlic that I've crushed, the 2 basted eggs, just like the demonstration I put in the video earlier today, and 9 ounces of shrimp that I boil from frozen. That technique works really well. These are actually slightly overcooked. The whole like filming got kind of in the way. You have to be really quick about taking them off the heat as soon as they float, otherwise you overcook them. But if it's done right, they come out amazing. So again, 7 ounces of steak, just over 8 ounces of chicken, 2 eggs, 6 grams of garlic, and 9 ounces of shrimp. All right guys, so that wraps up the 2 meals for today. Lighting in here is crazy. I have can lights above where I'm filming, and it's really throwing off the light. So I just went over the food I'll be eating for my second meal of the day. Typically I eat anywhere from 1 to 4 meals in any given day, and that really just depends on how my day went. I've also been trying to focus on getting my food in earlier in the day, and I like kind of going to bed having not eaten for at least 4 to 6 hours. It seems to be working out better for me. I feel better at night going to sleep. And so starting next week, I should be starting my food around 8:30 a.m., first meal of the day, and finishing by 4:30. I'm going to try to do 4 meals at first. If it goes well, I'll continue with that. If not, I'll probably split it into 2 meals, which is what I've done for the most part. 2 meals seems to work really well, 2 or 3 meals. So this is meal 2 of the day. This will be it for the rest of the day. Total macros, I knew there was something I'm missing here. Macros for both of these meals comes out to 255 grams of protein, 50 grams of fat, 7 grams of carbs, total calories, 1,498 calories. So this is a typical day of eating for me, guys. I purposely put multiple sources of protein in these 2 meals. It doesn't always work out that way for me on a day-to-day basis. It depends on what I have prepared. So like I just got done cooking a bunch of sous vide chicken breast. So I might have more chicken on one day than I do another. So I just keep playing with the macros. I use MyFitnessPal on my phone, and I just start planning out my day's worth of food. I weigh everything. So it's extremely important for you to get a food scale so that you can accurately weigh your food and track your macros. You just have to have it. I mean, eyeballing it doesn't work for most people anyway, especially if you have goals in mind of losing weight. It's very easy to underestimate how much food you're eating. So definitely, if you're going to track, use a scale. Other than that, guys, that's all I have for this video. Hopefully, a day of eating has been helpful for you guys. Like I said, I mix and match protein sources as much as possible. I eat steak, chicken, pork, fish, shrimp. Pretty much any meat source is fine with me, and I just adjust the quantities of everything until I get as close to my macro goal as possible. As I've mentioned in other videos, 250 grams of protein, 50 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbohydrates is what I target, give or take 10 in any category. So anyway, if you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to the next video. Take care.